so much. It's, yeah. So.
Jason, I guess, he's the first kid that's going to step into being an adult. He's already kind of had to handle some of that stuff. He's now gotten his GED and he's working full time, so he's out of school. And I don't know what grade everybody else is in. We never have said it, except for the fact that I'm a senior and Saracen's a sophomore and Smash is a junior. I think those are the only ones that have been verbalized, unless Connie let it slip what Julie is at some point throughout the season.
She's, yeah. I don't think I ever said anything.
But I guess, so for Jason, it's just, I'm excited.
Everybody else is ageless. They just,
Yeah, they're all
you go to school for high
plug
school.
and play, plug and play. But as far as Jason's concerned, what?
We're the only ones that have a scheduled point to get rid of.
Yeah, which I thought it was going to be immediately, but now I'm coaching. So I'm just excited to see him kind of move out and move on, and then move out of this circle of friends, which I think he was holding on to for dear life because he didn't think anybody else was going to accept him because he was in a wheelchair and who would want me. And now he's realizing, because of Susie Q, kind of like towards the end of the season, that there are other people out there who would be interested in him as a person and not just as a guy in a chair. So I'm excited to see Jason make that leap.
I'd like to see Lila go through some hard times. No. The last half of the season has just been really fun to grow with her, actually, myself. I just can't wait to see what the writers, challenge me with next year, hopefully. It'd be fun to watch her get away from the guys and find her own independence and make a life for herself and worry about herself as opposed to everyone else. I think that'd be interesting, and then who knows? I could come up with all kinds of ideas, and then the writers will come at me from this side like, whoa, never would have thought of that, and that's what's so beautiful about them. They're great, and I'm lucky. And yeah, that was corny. Huh? Go, Amy.
Oh, I don't know. Julie's kind of, she's a freshman, so she's been going through a lot of firsts this year with first boyfriends. First time she's kind of been rebelling against her parents. I would like to see Julie take a lot of other first steps like every teenage girl does. Get a license, get a job, maybe bag some groceries. I would like to see Julie and Matt's relationship kind of progress a little, and I don't know. I'm sure they'll come up with something cool and fun and exciting, maybe some dance. Ooh, what about a homecoming? Get a cool little dress.
All right.
Maybe.
You got writers right here, ready to
I answered this question fairly specifically earlier tonight, and then I heard Kyle's response and Connie's, which were both we've been given good stuff, so let's stay with that. And I kind of like that, and I'll trust the writers to that, but I just specifically don't want to see anything happen to my grandmother because she's the most amazing actress on the show. And I also just want to see a lot more of Jesse Plemons because I think he's the funniest person on the show. I swear to God, if you watch scenes between the two of us, very often you'll notice that my face is cut out of it. Like, almost to the point where I'm not there because I cannot keep a straight face around him. He's hilarious.
Jesse and Brad Leland have never been together, have they? That would be a hot team. Buddy Garrity and the two Buddy. That would be hot. I don't think they've ever had a scene together, have they?
No.
Have you not? No.
Andrew gets a job at the dealership.
That's a good idea.
You know everything about
I know, yeah, right?
Are they go to like one of those Donald Trump business seminars?
That'd be a whole different show.
Jason,
It's gold.
did you, for the last episode, the team, they won the state, and they won
Yes.
state. Was there a lot of thought behind that? Like, if
Oh,
we win
yeah.
this year, then
Oh, my God.
what's the reason?
So much thought, so many opinions. It's funny with the show. When we started after this brilliant pilot that Pete wrote and directed, the pressure to keep that up was like ridiculous. There was so much pressure, and I felt a lot like Coach. I felt like I was given this job, And I felt like everybody was saying, hey, you're going to be able to do it? You're going to do it? Well, how the fuck are you going to follow that up, you know? And in any case, we started by, with the first few episodes, and everybody responded to them, and they were really positive. And the joke in the writer's room was, when's it going to end? When are we going to hit that moment where everybody comes down on us? And it never happened. Everybody just kind of like went with every wacky idea we wanted to do for every character. And the only time when there was ever discussion, when I had to go through like really long conversations with everybody at the network, the studio, every producer on the show, was whether they were going to win or lose this game. And internally with the writers, we went back and forth and back and forth. It was a lot of we went through a lot to try to figure out what was the right thing, and frankly, it could have gone either way. And the reason why we decided to do it was two reasons. The first of all was if they. And now I'm thinking, God, there are probably a lot of people who have that episode TiVo'd, and we've just ruined it for them. But if they lost the game, it would have predicted a second season that would have been very similar in structure to what we just did. You know what I mean? About this underdog team that was coming, how far they're going to go, how far they're going to go. And we felt like we couldn't repeat that. We couldn't do the same thing. And the second thing is that we felt like since we were introducing this idea of, of the coach and the wife potentially being sort of their marriage being challenged because they're living in two different places. And we were sort of thinking that was kind of the cliffhanger, and that was the thing that we were sort of wondering about. And we didn't want to do that, and then also, we felt like it was going to be like too much to add the loss, to have that on top of the loss. And we felt that the character stuff was more compelling and interesting to us, and seemed to be like moving where the show was moving and moving forward with the show. And but yeah, there's a lot of talk and a lot of opinions about winning or losing.